YouTube, how we doing? Pass the prop back here yet again. I know I put NBA on the cover thing, but we're talking some college basketball as well for your Friday. Joined as always, Stu. How you doing?
Doing good. I'm doing good. It's a little weird. It's no NBA. It's kind of like a lull in the sports world a little bit here. I see a lot of my fellow gambling Twitter compadres, not knowing what to do with themselves. And I feel you, it's like more of a go do errands kind of day than anything with no NBA slate. So it's good on one hand to be a little bit more productive, but on the other, I'm definitely missing sports this weekend,
Yeah, I think the wives had to do something with it, bro, on Valentine's Day and shit. Like they knew what they were doing, bro. They're like, hey, give me a Saturday off of fucking NBA. Give me some of this. Like, I think we can start seeing some stuff here. So we got some good games. I think tomorrow's slate's actually fantastic. It'll be really fun games tomorrow. But yeah, excited to break some down. And let's talk some ball here, dude. It was a good week. I gotta pull over to what we had for Friday because we actually had a lot of stuff going on with that. But yeah, how did I don't know? Did you watch any games last night? Did you anything kind of interest you going into All-Star break?
Yesterday's slate was kind of ass, but I mean, we did have we had the freaking young guys against the Bucks, which was fun. Dieng, I had a little bit of him. And then I had Jared McCain on the other side, who was super close to going up his ladders, but at least he got over his baseline. But yeah, just enjoyed that, I guess. And obviously the Jazz, whenever they put out their tank squad, I like betting on those games. So I always enjoy that. But yeah, didn't get a ton of action, obviously, with just 3 games yesterday.
Yeah, actually, yesterday was probably one of my favorite slates, honestly, for college basketball. I'm talking about, and then I just had an ungodly amount of money on LeBron James yesterday on PRA double, and I sent you my ticket with the triple double, 14-1, 25. I won like $400, so I was like, hell yeah, that's a hell of a way to end the first half of the season, first triple double of the season. But I know we talked a little bit this morning, and I'm like, I don't know if you could have like built in a lab a better spot for him to go there, because like you don't have Cooper Flag to worry about, right? You don't have to worry about like, hey, I got to show this young guy what's up. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about any defense on the other side. I mean, Max Christie was guarding him for a couple possessions. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here, dude? Like, absolutely bodied him. The guys were making shots early in the game too. I mean, and LeBron sat the game before and has 4 days off. And I'm like, this was like built in a lab for a 41-year-old trying to put up some numbers, bro. Because Reeves still isn't fully healthy and is not starting. So he was playing 30 minutes, but he wasn't like they offset him pretty well on the Lakers side, which was good. But I thought that was interesting that we were able to find a spot like that last day of the year, last day of the first half.
Yeah, no, Matt, I didn't see that. Obviously, that was a good look there. LeBron, he's not afraid. He's like, you got to know players, but like, he's not afraid of stat padding, like at all. Like, I mean, he's obviously playing to win at this point, but like, why not get yourself a double-double, a triple-double? Like at his age, everything you're doing is pretty much like history. So yeah, I mean, it was sick to see him do that. It's funny because I feel like that was a game where he either goes like 13-3-3 and sits in the second half when it's a blowout, or he gets triple-double. Like there's no middle ground, because that game was not that competitive, freaking no Williams, like no Hardenstein, I believe. It was just kind of
no, this was against Dallas.
Yeah. Sorry, no Flag is what I'm thinking
of.
No Flag, and it was the B squad with Brandon Williams, right? That's the guy that's leading the push over there. So
dude, he put up his shots, bro. That dude did not pass much at all. That's a tough game.
I wanted to bet his points, right? But it was like 16. And I was like, well, that's pretty fair. And then I think he ended with like 17 or 18. So he got over still. But yeah, now that there's no Hardy anymore, who's, by the way, a wizard, he suited up the other day. I was like, oh, fuck, I forgot. We got another guy to deal with in the tank squad now. But yeah, pure bucket getter. And there's some opportunity over there when those injuries hit as well.
Stuart, I know you're going to hate me for even mentioning even the whisper of this man's name. I think just infuriates Stu, but You know who did look horrible in that game last night?
Who's that?
He's an old wizard. I know you don't like him much. Big prospect coming out of college. Did I give you a guess? You want to guess?
No, I have no clue you're talking
Marvin
about.
Bagley.
Oh no, no ill will. What do you mean? I love Marvin Bagley, dude. He's coming back.
Who am I thinking of that you don't like? There's like a guy that
the guy I fucking hate is Spencer Dinwiddie. I hate
maybe
that guy's such a fucking dumbass. I hope. What is he even doing, by the way? Is he out?
I have no idea.
He's got his Bitcoin he's got to worry about. That's in the shitter right now. He took his whole, contract in Bitcoin 1 year. So prayers up for him. But yeah, where's the guy even at? No, Dinwiddie's the only real ex-Wizard I hate out of this whole thing because he's just a dickhead. And he's going after like Kuzma for like kind of no reason. It's like, dude, you're on the fucking Nets. Like you're on a shit team as well. Then he ends up over in Dallas and who knows since then. But yeah, I think he might be injured maybe. But yeah, no, I hate Dinwiddie. That's the guy. Bagley, dude, Bagley's got us multiple picks because he keeps coming back in the offseason, and then we trade him again. So hey, no problems with Bagley over here. He's solid. I even saw Dallas people were talking about re-signing him in the offseason. So,
I think I remember who it was. It was when I brought up Kevin Knox. That's who it was.
Oh, we used to argue about him. Yeah.
And he had the one big game. So I was super hyped because he had like 20 points I think it was maybe for the Pistons.
It's like full garbage time.
Yeah. And the dude just sniped in the entire second half. And I'm like,
yeah,
that's all I needed was one. But that's who I was thinking of because I remember you were not I feel like 99% of the world is not a Kevin Knox fan, but I was like, give the guy a shot, give him 20 minutes. That dude can shoot, man. He's a sniper. But no, Marvin Bagley looked really good last night, except for the fact that he just fouls so much. Yeah. So many fouls. At least last night it was. I think he had 3 fouls. He only played 20 minutes because the dude had 3 fouls and like crazy. But no, it just still looking athletic, still moving around well, still. Grabbing the rebounds. Like, I think he had a double-double 2 or 3 games ago. Like, I've been pretty impressed. 16 and 12 against that Spurs, man. So, yeah, definitely a guy I will look out for going forward if we continue to get the Dallas injuries.
Yeah, no, I think the bummer is just they got Gafford there too, and they're like the same guy. Like Gafford's a little bouncier, a little bit less.
Gafford's just stupider. He's dumber. Yeah, that dude literally fucking fouled LeBron twice on threes, and just like, dude, you literally are in good position and you just fucking bodied a foul. I'm like, that's just stupid, bro. It just at least Bagley, at least I know he ain't guarding him on the 3-point line. He'll at least let him shoot and not foul a 3-point shooter. Like, come on, bro.
No, you're not wrong. I watched a lot of Daniel Gafford, okay? I saw his full come up because he was kind of nothing before he came to Washington. I believe he got from the Bulls, another Bulls failure over there. And we turned him into a pretty good player over here, and he still has been. He just gets injured like every time they get to the playoffs or whatever. He's like half healthy, and then like you said, he fouls at like a 1 foul per second. Like no matter how good of a matchup Daniel Gafford is in, he can fully foul his way out of it early. But that's the NBA. Unfortunately, you gotta deal with a couple guys like that.
He reminds me of Day'Ron Sharp. When he can break a DFS slate, but he also, even if he's 3,800, he'll just fuck you up by fouling 4 times in the first half, and then he doesn't play.
No, Sharp does do that, but I've hit on a lot. Like Sharp has way more upside. Gafford's upside's like 10 and 8. Sharp will get you like a 20 and 14 if he's playing 30. The problem is he feels forever capped at like 22 minutes and he can just never beat it. But I love Sharp. That guy, he makes me money, honestly.
The only thing I'll say about Gafford is if he doesn't foul, the dude gets you like 30 fucking DK points, just some fucking blocks and steals, dude. That's like, dude, it's huge. So let's get through the chat here, guys, and we'll talk some ball here. Refreshing YouTube, but yeah, I know we're a couple minutes behind. We're trying to get it to work. I don't know why my charger was being weird on that. Yeah, I know Stu made some money on Klingon last night in that game. Obviously, that Jazz team is fucking horrible, but hey, still give my shouts to Isaiah Collier, man. That dude doesn't matter. He just keeps going. The guy keeps cooking. And what are the percentages, Stu, out of 100 that you think Jaren Jackson actually had something that bad, or you think he did? I think he had something. I know he's getting surgery and there's like actually something in there, but like, don't you think you would have noticed that like playing?
I think, yeah, I don't know. I mean, when I'm reading about it, anytime you see something like benign tumor or whatever, you're like, whoa, that sounds serious to me. So I don't know. I think I read something about like a fluid buildup in his like knee or whatever caused like a benign tumor. So that sounds real enough to me. I'm not gonna criticize or doing, you know what I mean? Like honestly, health is wealth at the end of the day, and in any job, in any world, right? If your boss comes up to you and is like, "Hey, we want to pay for your surgery, for your time off to get right. Don't worry about anything else." Who in the fucking world is saying no to that? Like, take your money, take your time off, and regroup for next year. But my guess would be that that's something that was highlighted in the trade, right? They do extra medical screenings and stuff like that, and I'm guessing that was something where they went, "Hey, like." You should just get this fixed now. And it's probably one where if you're on a playoff team, I'm guessing maybe you wait
Probably
till
don't
the
make the
year,
trade.
right? And you get it done. Or whatever, but they're not playing for anything. So that's not what I'm gonna get mad at, That's not like it seems with what I saw this morning. If those doctor counts were true, that seems serious, and I don't wanna make light of that kind of stuff. But they did get hit with their fine. They got hit with what, $500K, I believe, for benching. And Wizards Twitter was enjoying it because we avoided the fine, right? Even the Pacers got it over us, which I was like, ooh, I don't know. I don't know what the Pacers really did to deserve it. It looks like they just rested their guys on back-to-backs, which to me, that seems like that should be allowed. Like it seems like the Wizards did worse stuff than that. But don't find the Wizards. Our coach wasn't a dumbass in the media like the Jazz one, who was kind of like being weird about it when he talked about pulling them in the fourth. And they're like, "Is there any thought of putting them back in?" He's just like, "No." Like I don't handle it like that, and you're gonna get more attention to yourself, So I feel like I kind of blame him for that, but I was happy that the Wizards avoided that fine there. That was nice.
No, for sure, for sure. And the sucky part is I'm pissed that the guy who's probably made more money in the NBA this year than probably Denny, damn near, isn't going to be around for any of the awards. Keontae George, I feel like they're just going to probably just keep him down. I mean, why would you bring him back? The dude had a fucking unbelievable start to the year, and he's still cooking, man. I mean, his numbers are phenomenal, but he will be out of all contention for most improved. So I thought he was going to win that. He was favored to win that for a little while, but obviously he's going to, I would assume, sit for most of the rest of the year. But
well, he's still got stuff to learn. I mean, he's not like a superstar or anything. He's
no. I mean,
we got to
feel
go
like they're going
to
do the same thing they do with the starters. So he plays 24 minutes.
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
I think that's probably what it's going to be more like. But I'm just saying, if I had a guy like that, you go out there and defend. You still fucking suck at that. Like Keontae George has had a good come up this year, but he's not special. He's a very common archetype of like a combo guard shooter, right? That we throw those around in the league like nothing. Look what Simons is worth right now. I mean, he's been getting tossed around. So like, you could go out there and learn something else. Go out there and be a playmaker. I know it's harder with Collier, but hey, you're trying to lose games. Isaiah, you go out there and shoot. Keontae, you go out there and pass. Like I send him out there to learn on the job. Like that's the best way you improve. But I don't know. You're right. I think it will be a lot of like 22 minutes and then sits the next game and then plays 22. So I don't know if that's going to be enough to kill him for those awards, but probably.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with the numbers that he's putting up before that. Yeah, shout out to Bron, man. Shout out to Bron and getting that triple double. I did post that on Action like a little late last minute. I know I posted it in the group early, but yeah, it was nice to go there and just be like, damn, $25 in a 400, man. I feel like I've made worse. I've spent $25 on worse things than betting on LeBron going out there putting up some numbers there. So I did see this. Any potential college baseball plays? I won't have any today. I have a lot of college basketball already. We're already cooking up here. It's tough with the early season ones because, like, I don't even know injury reports and everything. If anybody's really giving you bets right now, I don't know. I'd be a little bit cautious on those bets this early in the season because, like, I don't matter if you're an ace. They probably ain't stretching you more than 50, 60 pitches. Yeah, it's tough, but Walker Kessler. I think that should be everything we talked about there. But yeah, I wouldn't be betting on that right now. I can't, in my right mind, go off of off-season talk. And there's still, hey, I know NIL is in football and basketball. It's in baseball too, guys. It's in baseball too. So like, there's a lot of moves around that I am not fully kept up with.
Yeah, I would really only bet baseball stuff if you just have someone that's really in the loop, like, people that are just really in the loop. Because it's one of those that since no one really knows a ton about it, the lines aren't as sharp, But yeah, I don't know. That seems a little trickier. And I will go to Thomas's question about do you think the Jazz will stop and try to win next year? I kind of do think they will, but I don't know if that's actually going to be successful. I don't know if I really like the Laurie JJJ combo, but they got some solid young guys, role players around them. So I don't know. I assume Kessler is going to get re-signed. That seemed to be all the buzz, is that they were interested in keeping him, and teams tried to trade for him apparently. So, I would assume they're going to go triple big there, but I don't think it's going to be super successful.
Awesome.
Welcome back. Awesome. I went back to the Jazz question there in the chat.
I saw it. But yeah, I don't know what's happening there, dude. They got a good team if they all figure their shit out.
To me, though, like in the West, maybe in the East, you get to play like the West, like you're sending your JJJ, Laurie, Kessler, like weird triple big lineup out there. Like they're smoking you. Like, I don't know. I feel like they're doing the right things, but I don't know how the JJJ trade really fit into that, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. They're a weird team. I would not think I think they're going to try next year. I just don't think they're going to be very successful. Like, I think they'll just be like a very mid team in the West, but who knows? You don't have to be very good to make the playoffs right now. So there's some room there for sure. It depends on who they draft too, right? Out of these kind of studs that are coming up, who stands out and who, like the comment above, who gets the Bagley and who gets the Luka, we'll find out in a couple months.
Yeah, I got to recap my NBA, and then we'll be on to college basketball for me. I jinxed myself on show on Wednesday, talking about the 20 of 21 games that Edwards gets to 20 points. I don't know what was happening there. He just didn't even try. He didn't even shoot in the second half. I think he had 2 shot attempts. He had 10 total shot attempts in the whole game. And I'm like, dude, what are we fucking doing here? Letting Jaden McDaniels shoot 20 times, Edwards shoot 20 times, or not Edwards, Randall 20 plus times. I'm like, the fuck you go sit on the bench then, bro, if you ain't gonna do shit. You didn't do anything. He didn't even get assists. He just sat there in the corner and did nothing. I'm like, how is that? I don't get how you're a superstar on the brink of superstar and you can do that. Like, can you imagine if like KD did that for a game and just fucking sat in the corner and did nothing? Like, not even being involved in the offense. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, and it was a close game for a while. But hey, shout out to your Wizards for getting me all my Mitchell ladders. You got me up to 30. So shout out to the Wizards, man. I don't know if you saw that first quarter. Do you see the score first quarter?
Yeah, they were getting fucking destroyed. They didn't have a rebound for the first like 7 minutes. It was crazy. It's like, how is this possible? No one had an assist or a rebound for 7 minutes on the Wizards. It's like, what are you guys doing? But they kind of came back. They made it close. Like, they made it competitive eventually.
No, that's what I said, dude. I said that to you at halftime, and they covered their halftime spread, dude. I said it on here. It was 11. It was 11. It closed 11 and a half, and they were down 20 in the first quarter. I'm like, fuck, Mitchell's dead. And then come back, and I'm like, oh, damn. And then Alex Starr faked an injury, and we're there. So that's really what it is.
And Sam, Sarr didn't even suit up at all. He didn't play. But Sam Merrill dropped 30 in that game as well. Like, he had
like 20. I think he had 20 in the first quarter.
Yeah,
18 in the first quarter.
Like 1 shot total all game. It was crazy, just automatic. We're like, if you're a white guy that can shoot, you can destroy the Wizards. Like, that's our fucking. I mean, Achilles heel is everything. We don't have an Achilles heel because we suck. But like, every time one of those random Kevin Huerter motherfuckers plays us, like, we just get cooked. So
Yeah, and you guys got rid of your Corey Kispert, right? You got rid of your white guy that would play with him, and hey, we're gonna do the same thing together. Now you don't have one, so it's like tough.
We've got wings that play defense and can't shoot for shit playing center. That's our new roster. Like Jameer Watkins, who just like can't shoot at all, but he's locking people down, So it's an interesting strategy. Wait till we get our boy Vukcevic back. That he'll be fun to bet on. Although he actually might be on a fucking 2-way, which I don't think we can bet on play guys. They might give him the full though, because he can't play the rest of the year. So once we can bet on him, that's going to be he's going to be the Wizards' new tank commander at center with Sarr sitting out a couple weeks here. Getting a little rest in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, we're going to talk some bets here quickly, and I'll get it started. I mean, we've had a nice little run here. I've hit my last 4 college basketball bets there on the show. We had Louisville first half. It scored 90. BYU scored 90. Ohio State scored 85 and a 71 there. And we got a late night winner last night with Northern Colorado. Sacramento State over 164.5. Hey, we like those scrub teams, man. We like those scrub teams that don't play any defense at the bottom of conferences who, when they play the top team, score 50, 60 points. When they play the other scrub teams, they actually like, all right, we're just going to, it's like in Grown Ups. You ever see Grown Ups?
No, I don't think so.
Really? Really? With Adam Sandler and Kevin James and Chris Rock and those guys?
I don't think I have. Like, I think I've seen parts on like TBS, but I don't think I've actually sat down for.
Damn. I bring it up as like when they're playing, you have like your good players, like your 2 top players on each team that would play each other because it's just like these older guys that play each other in middle school or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then you have the 2 guys who suck that are now fat and they don't want to run anymore. And then they're just like, all right, fuck it. Let's just fake an injury or do, you know what I mean? Like, and then you play those teams together, like, fuck it, we're not going to play defense. Let's go shoot. And that's what this kind of reminds me of. It's like 2 of the bottom 4 teams in the conference, like, fuck it, let's put up 90. And we put up 95 points in that game.
Hey, we'll take it. That's more fun to me than, like a good game.
Yeah.
Let's run it. Why not? Like, buckets are fun. It's more, this is better.
Yeah, we're rolling. I'm happy that we're finally on it now that NFL's done. What are your thoughts with Kevin Porter Jr. and Rollins? I don't really know what they're going to do. I think Rollins will have to be a 6-man. It's just tough because Rollins just gets absolutely nuked now with Cam Thomas in the lineup, and he's going to have to come off the bench. Like, if both those guys are coming off the bench, like that's – and Bobby, that's a lot of shots, dude. Those guys all shoot a lot. So they'll be fighting hard for that usage rate off the bench because it's fuck, dude. Those are all guys who do not distribute much unless it is, Rollins when there's nobody else there, like no Giannis or Porter Jr. I'm just curious how it all looks when Giannis gets back and we have to start figuring out, who the hell is going to play minutes. But I know your boy, Jang, did well. He had a good game yesterday. Ken Thomas is putting it up. Like, Kevin Porter Jr., before obviously all the shit went down with him with, like, whatever the allegations and stuff were against him, the dude put up some assists. He put up some nice RA numbers. I would bet on him all the time. So as long as he's willing to be that pass first type of guy in spots, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, it's weird just because I think Giannis makes so much more sense with like Rollins and Thomas, but when they're out, Kevin Porter Jr. does kind of step up a little bit in that department. But I don't know. They're all kind of mid is the problem. Like, they're all kind of good, but like Rollins, like you said, Rollins, especially if he's on the bench, and Cam Thomas, that's no defense in both of your guard spots. Like, Rollins tries, but he's small. And Cam Thomas isn't good, isn't that fast, and doesn't try. So it's like, oh boy. And then, like you said, Bobby Porter's not helping him out. But like, I don't know. Rollins seems like a good fit along Giannis. Same with Cam Thomas. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. I bet for props the rest of the year, it'll kind of be like betting based on who's in and who's out the lineup, because altogether they're just going to steal from each other too much to justify whatever the line is going to be.
Yeah, it makes it tough, man. It does make it tough. But it's working for now. I didn't realize we were going to try that much. I didn't know if we were going to going forward with all the, tanking stuff because we were kind of on the edge there. But they beat Orlando at Orlando and then beat OKC. And those were 2 games I was not expecting to win. So, they kind of pushed themselves out of that. But, let's talk some college basketball here a little bit. I got one bet for you guys. It's actually a bet that brings along Stu. Stu, I know you're not watching a ton of it, but I know that it's your team playing my team tonight, and I'll actually have a bet in that game. I just got to I'm pulling up the best line here on market because I'm seeing a lot of movement today in these spots, and I was very surprised to see the amount that they're giving me. But I'm going to be rolling with my Badgers today, and I'm going to be rolling their team total at 72.5 against Michigan State. I know that's where Stu's got a lot of family up there. But my Badgers have been playing good basketball. They've been playing really good basketball over these last couple of weeks. I hope every one of the refs in the Indiana Badger game don't have a job and they never allowed to ref another game. That was the biggest disgrace I've ever watched in anything. I don't know. Did you see those? Those kind of went viral after the game, where they were, the guard was running away, like trying to run away from, like to get from getting fouled because they were up 1 with like 20 seconds left, and he was running away trying to get away from the guy, and this dude jumps in front of him and tries to take a charge, and he's running towards the other hoop, and they call the charge. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I'm like, what are we doing here? And then the guard jumps out of the way. John Blackwell was playing defense and did what you do to a post player when they're way bigger than you and they get out of the way when they're trying to bump you and then they fall over and they travel. Mm-hmm. No, they called a fucking foul on that too. So that should have been a win there too. Then you had the Michigan and then Illinois. So it's like, if they don't have those 2 shit calls there, Badgers are rolling right now. That's like 7 of their last 8 then. You get to see them play against Illinois. They were down 12 in that game. You got to remember, a lot of these dudes are old. Nick Boyd, FAU guy. He's the FAU guy who played with Vlad Golden. He was on that team with all those guys from Michigan. He was there. He's putting up some numbers. He had a big game against Illinois last time out. Blackwell's been playing very, very well. I think today is going to be the game that Nolan Winter, again, puts up a nice stat line for him because Winter's been shooting the ball very, very well. They obviously shoot better at home. You get Michigan State here in a spot. I know Izzo's had a full week to prep, but I'm just not high on this team, dude. I know they just beat Illinois, but you can't be losing to Minnesota, bro. Like, you can't be winning. Like, I know the Badgers are keeping close games with them, but you can't lose to Minnesota when I'm pretty sure they were like 12.5, 13-point favorites in that spot. Coming up, those were back-to-back L's. I know they got right against Illinois, but they got to travel to the Badgers here. And also, when I look at these spots too, you got to go to the Badgers. They get to play, a couple crap games, and then the end of the season is Purdue, Indiana, and then Michigan, all on the road. So they're going to be coming out here trying to fire. But dude, I like this Badger team. They're not turning the ball over. Obviously, top 10 in America in turnovers per game. That's always how the Badgers run. But they run now. They're fast. They're entertaining basketball team. And that is not something I ever expected to say in my lifetime watching Badgers basketball when I was growing up. They never run. Well, now they're top 100 in pace. They're top 30 offense. Their defense is middle, like 57th. So still pretty good for, quad 5 or top 4 conferences. But you got a lot of 3-point shooters here. You look at this team. What wins games in March is the fucking free throws and turnovers, man. They don't turn the ball over and they make their free throws. They're all old guys. They all make their free throws. Top 10 in that stat as a team as well. Getting Badgers at home here, you're starting to see them make a little bit of run. And I know that, you could say that there's going to be like a little lull maybe after a win against Illinois like that. But, this is a veteran team, right? This is a veteran team. I'm not as worried about that with guys like this, and I mean, they don't play till the 17th. So it's middle of next week. And honestly, Badgers have a pretty fucking easy schedule after this. After this week, after this Michigan State game, outside of Purdue on the end, it's Ohio State, average. Iowa's been pretty good, but they get them at home. Then they play Oregon and Washington. Both of them have not been playing very good basketball. This is a big game. If they can get on a little run here and make something happen, like I said, Minnesota, Ohio State win, Indiana blow. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know. But then Illinois, fuck, dude. I'm excited. A lot of threes, a lot of free throws. Badgers are going to make them run. They're at home. Sign me up. I'm gonna be fading a little bit on Izzo. Honestly, even if the Badgers lose, I think they could easily get to this number.
Yeah, it's always good to have that too. Of like, even if it doesn't quite go your way, you still have the potential of just getting over the number. And honestly, you like a good free throw shooting team in a game that's supposed to be close as well, right? Like, especially at the college level, when you watch these guys and you're like, damn, like, make your fucking free throws. It's good to have a little bit of that consistency there. And yeah, I mean, it should just be a close game in general, right? Michigan State's only like a 2-point favorite or something like that in it. So obviously you have the home field advantage on your side as well. You want the young guys to, have that more comfort there as well. So yeah, I like the spot. Obviously, I'm still rooting for Michigan State, but I hope they win and you cover. You get a nice 80-point loss in this one. That's what I'm rooting for.
Yeah, I think Izzo's too old now, bro. I think he's done. All those old time coaches are out. I don't know if you saw what he said after the Minnesota game. He's like, I'm going to bench my best player. I'm going to bench Fears because he's not hustling. Shut the hell up, bro. You ain't going to fucking do that, dude. You know why? Because look at what Chris Beard did when he benched AJ Storr. They lost by 40. Yeah, let's do it. Like, he doesn't work like that. You can't do that anymore. These people are getting probably paid as much as him, bro. Fears is probably getting that much money. Like, he's your best player. Stop with that crap. That shit don't work.
I mean, hey, but everyone gets mad at this new school of stuff, and Izzo's just trying to be himself. You got to threaten people a little bit. You got to make him do the dirty work, right? Isn't that? I mean, obviously, he's not going to be sincere with his threat. He's not actually.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're going to go in the media and say it. You know who else fucking did that? Jerome Tang, who's one of the worst coaches in college basketball. He's horrible.
I don't know who that is.
Kansas State. Go watch his interview from last night.
I remember the walkout, like when Kansas State was like the fun team a couple of years back.
Yeah, when they had Tomlin.
Yeah. But I mean,
you're not in good company when you're freaking doing that in an interview, like in public on the thing. Like, I get it behind closed doors or whatever, but like you're trying to roast them in front of everybody. I'm like, well, 2 other guys did that this year, and they're 2 of the worst coaches that are out there right now. So I'm like,
hey, it could work though. Maybe Fear's going to go out here and hustle, get a couple steals on the defensive side. Maybe we'll see some more effort from him. Like,
I doubt it.
Hey, you don't go to Michigan State without knowing you're getting Izzo. Like, that's part of the deal.
Yeah, you're getting money.
You sign up for.
You sign up for the money.
You can get money at a lot of places if you don't have to choose to deal with Tom Izzo. Like, I'm sure he makes it abundantly clear that when you're here, you got to play by Izzo rules, But I mean, like you said, all these old timey like coaches in both football too, which is what I'm more familiar with, they're all falling off. Like, it's just a new era. There's a different way to do things. You can recruit a bunch of Europeans that have been drinking for 4 years. You know what I mean? Like, you can. It's a new game, obviously, NIL, everything like that. You're not sleeping over at a recruit's house and eating pancakes with them in the morning anymore. Like, that's a skill a lot of people perfected, and it doesn't fucking matter anymore. The Harbaughs and all that. So, that's what happens. And I mean, I think a lot of people agree it's for the worst. This current era of college sports is probably the worst spot it's ever been in. So, maybe we need to listen to more Tom Izzos out there, and we wouldn't be in such a mess.
It just doesn't work when they have that much money, bro. Like, like, all right.
I agree.
You can motherfuck me and say whatever you want. Well, guess what? They'll pay me the same amount of money, probably more. I'll go over there. Like, it reminds me of like PJ Haggerty, right? PJ Haggerty was the best player on Memphis last year, and think everything's going to be better somewhere else. But dude got double the money at Kansas State. He's dropping 28 a game, going to get drafted. Yeah, his team sucks and they're not going anywhere and they're horrible, but like, you made a lot of freaking money and you're going to get drafted. So it's like, well, that's essentially what you're trying to do there. You weren't going to win at Memphis anyway. So, like, that's kind of the place that it's at now, because some of these teams just have so much money that it's like, you can't even compete really.
Yeah, the guy I always think of is the running back. I forget his name. He was really good at Tulane, and then he transferred to Oregon.
Guy
Hughes, yeah, he made me so much money in Tulane. He transfers to Oregon, doesn't see the fucking field. He plays like a couple snaps here and there, and then before the fucking playoff, even he's in the portal, he's off the team. He's not even damn, like these guys always think like, oh, I'm going to Oregon, like I'm the next guy. He was probably could have just gone to the draft instead and been picked, but instead you sit a year, you push everything back, like. Yeah, the grass isn't always greener, it's not. And I feel bad. They learn these lessons, but, hopefully the money was worth it.
Yeah, I remember. I don't know if you remember when I was doing Stat Hero like 2 years ago. Mekhi Hughes was on my lineup. They got me the free trip to Vegas. So he was on that lineup. I remember those guys specifically. I remember, I'm like, shit, dude just put up 50 in a fantasy game right there. So, yeah, I think maybe we'll talk a little bit here. I know we were talking a little bit pre-show. I I think I'm just going to do it on the show just because I appreciate you guys jumping in on this little impromptu one. There's not much on the slate. Fuck it. I'm just going to do the Bansa bet right now on the show. I'm just going to say, fuck it. We're just going to play it because I got it 2 days ago at 25-1 on DK. I have it tracked at that, and I'm seeing it already move down. I don't know where the best line is as of right now. What is it?
I think 18-1 is the best FanDuel.
Yeah, Marquise Noel, and they had Tomlin. They had the other big guy. I think he's playing in NBA right now. So yeah,
Noel's fun because he's bald and he was like 6 foot tall, right? Yeah, he's
that was Noel. Yeah, he's the old guy. He was like his 5th year, but Tomlin was a fucking stud, and they just played 2 dudes pretty much all the time.
Yeah, Noel went to Raptors. I think he's been on their G League and kind of summer league stuff, and Tomlin is in Cleveland where he just
he's playing minutes now.
Yeah, but he needs garbage time though. It pisses me off. The Cleveland garbage time unit is all the old guys. It's like put the but whatever. That's a separate story.
Yeah, and I think we'll have a little bit back and forth on this one a little bit, but I really like this bet, dude. I could not believe the line that they're giving me on Debansa in this spot. And I understand, Duke's getting those big games, and you get to see Boozer on big games too. But like, I'm not as impressed with Boozer. Obviously, he's putting up those numbers. I think the ACC is down this year too, so it's like, look at this Big 12. That Big 12 is loaded, dude. They are absolutely loaded up and down that conference. I was looking at it. It's Arizona probably a 1 seed, Houston probably a 1 seed. Kansas is what? 3. Iowa State probably a 3. Texas Tech a 3. Like BYU, that's how low they are in the conference. They're 6 in the conference, and they're probably a 5 seed in the tournament. Like, that's how good this conference is. And obviously they have a lot of games left. That's why I kind of want to grab this before he starts putting up some crazy numbers. But I can't fathom this guy's probably number 1 pick overall in the draft, and I'm getting 25-1 on him to do, be the best player in the country. He's already broken a couple records. I think this is a spot I kind of have to click. I have to click it. I know. Give me a little devil's advocate here, Stu, on this bet.
Well, I mean, it just won like a guy, Boozer. This statistically won their box scores, right? Fairly similar. Obviously, like AJ's had some very nice games, especially just given his prospect hype, I think has helped him too. Like people didn't quite know how he'd be, and he's kind of lived up to every expectation. But I think the problem from looking around a little bit is just general team performance, right? Like Duke is one of the best teams in the country, and Boozer is the best player there. And everyone likes Duke, right? These voters, I assume, just like every sport, are shitty and lazy, a combination of both, just like the voters for every major sport. And you go, Duke's good. We love Duke. The sport's better when Duke's at the top. This guy's good. Like, he's not going to be number 1, but Boozer's going to be number 3 probably in the draft. He's real good. Like, it's not like you're picking a bad player or anything. But I mean, we do have a little time left in the year, right? Kind of looking through the schedules. Obviously, when we were talking before the show, I kind of compared it to Dak Prescott a little bit, right? Where it's not that the player performance wasn't there, it's just that the whole package wasn't there. And Dak had a couple really tough opponents to win against in prime time, and he had a good run, but he couldn't complete it. And obviously AJ's got Arizona and Iowa State, I believe, back to back after Colorado coming up. So like tough games, but hey, if you're going to make a run, especially at a price like this, take down a couple teams like that, take down Arizona in prime time, have yourself a big game. That's the kind of thing that can shift odds a lot. I think it just depends. Do you actually think that's going to happen? For me, I have no fucking clue. I don't know shit about any of these guys, so I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But I feel like you can make a good argument. I feel like you have made a good argument for this. So, as someone that is not in the weeds here, it seems like a pretty solid bet. And I just checked Score Bet, which is formerly ESPN Bet, is 22-1, and FanDuel's 18. So there's still some good prices around there.
Yeah, I think I put it in 3 days ago, and it was 25-1, which is pretty wild how much that's moving. And I think it's because you're starting to hear like, oh shoot, this dude's literally just broke the 30-point record for rookies, right? Or for freshmen. He's had more 30-point games than any freshman ever. On top of that, the dude's kind of doing it against some pretty damn good teams, dude. Like 28 on Houston is like 40 on a fucking normal team, dude.
Mhm.
Like 9 for 14, 28 points, like 28, 5-4 in 35 minutes. I mean, I know they lost by 10, but fuck, that's a hell of a performance there. Yeah, and then you can go down like the 20-point games because obviously he's got a ton of them. He's leading the NCAA in scoring right now. And I think even if Duke wins and we start seeing Boozer get to like 20, 21 points per game, because that Clemson game tomorrow is going to be a tough game. I know they're going to probably win, but it's a 130 total. I think Boozer's prop is like going to be 20 and a half. Like last game against Baylor, the Bansta to score 20 points was minus 530. Like, dude, like this dude just putting up buckets. And you gotta, I think he also might just drop 40 against Colorado this weekend. Like, that team sucks. That team is horrible. Absolutely horrible team. So if we put up a 40, people keep talking about him. Damn, dude, this guy's putting up some big numbers. It's still an FS1 game. And then obviously the big ones. They got to win one. They got to win one of the Iowa State, Arizona spots. You got to just win one of those. You get Iowa State at home too. So that's a tough place to play out in Provo. So I think we get one of those, and then you get Texas Tech at the end of the year, right? The Duke's not even a lock to win the ACC because Virginia's right there. And that's their last game of the season too. And I really like that Virginia team. They're a really good squad. And obviously ACC is down significantly compared to the Big 12 the Big 12 comparatively. I think if they went 1v1 across it, I think that they would probably win 70% of the games.
Yeah. And looking too, I did check Boozer's at 21.5 points against Clemson, and AJ's at 25.5 for this game.
I would take Boozer's under in that game too.
Colorado. So they do have some lines up for, I believe, that's tomorrow's slate, right? That these games are. So interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna bet unders in college, but well, I guess I don't know. Maybe if you bet it, if I see the Telegram notification, then I need some further, But yeah, just because I don't know if I've ever seen you send a prop college under before. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Mostly because it's probably harder to do. Like I don't think there are a lot of spots 20 plus. You know what I mean? 20 plus. So
yeah, I'm only going for plus money on a lot of those. I don't know if you saw I was betting like Robert Wright points, and when he was facing Baylor, like I'll do those. I do a lot more plus money on those, unfortunately. So when you do those, you don't get many of the unders in that spot. But no, for sure, I definitely think it's worth the sprinkle. I think I put like $20 on it, and I'm like, damn, if this hits, feeling pretty good. Like I put $20 on LeBron yesterday, and I wasn't expecting that to hit, and then you just get quick $400. So yeah, it was good. So hopefully we can win this one. Might as well give it out as a free play while we're here for the people that are in here joining us on their Friday. So yeah, quick recap. I'll be rolling with my Badgers team total over 72.5, and then DeBansta to win the Naismith award, which is just how is Boozer minus fucking 1,500? That's crazy, dude. 1,500 is nuts.
And I will say, as someone that bet Drake May to be the MVP at plus 100 and then watched it get to minus 900 within a couple hours of that bet, only to then lose because Matthew Stafford was able to score a couple of touchdowns in garbage time against the Cardinals. I know that these teams move a lot. I know you know fuck that game too. I remember you called me after because it fucked up a lot of stuff. A lot of the Dak passing. I mean, that game just really financially crippled us a little bit. Like we could have been real happy, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, they move, man. They move. And I mean, we just saw Caleb Wilson was like pretty close up there in ACC Player of the Year odds, and obviously he just broke his wrist, so he's out for the rest of the year. So it's like, obviously that one you can put Boozer as a fucking minus 1,500. Yeah. Now when you're going against the fucking number one player in the country, playing in probably the best conference, I would say Big Ten or them are definitely better than the ACC this year. And I'm like, damn, no, that's just a ridiculous number. Those are the ones that you're just like, dude. I look at them like, why? Like, why? It just doesn't make any sense. But I don't know. Maybe the books are just baiting me to put more money on a fucking plus 2,500 bet. So
I mean, it's possible. Voters suck in every sport. Like it is what it is. Like I don't know, but okay. Before we get out of here, too, is Ohio going to beat Miami of Ohio, only undefeated team, 9.5 point, right? You got the feud in state. I would hope they're in the same state. Are they? I mean, like it's in the fucking game. Yeah, are they the team that finally gets it done? Because obviously, you gotta. I mean, I don't want to say a fraudulent top 25 team, but they've beaten everyone so far, but only 9.5 point favorites. That doesn't seem like a ton.
Yeah, they don't really blow anybody out. That's the thing. They don't blow anybody out. They like Buffalo. Buffalo ain't good. That defense is fucking horrible. They beat them by like 6. Buffalo covered. They're not really covering a lot of these now that everybody's getting them on there, but you get a nationally televised game for this. Like it's a pretty big game for these guys in the MAC. So I think I lean with them to win, no cover at double digits. But
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's just like it feels like if anyone's there's gonna be like the division, the in-state rival. I don't know how much of these teams actually have a rival. Also, did Miami, Ohio just get like a big NIL? Did someone famous go there that we don't know about? Because haven't they actually been kind of solid in football recently too? They're just like running the hell out. Like what happened? Why is the school suddenly relevant? Are they bringing in good players? Why are they undefeated? Like what's the deal with this?
I'm looking at it right now. Their strength of schedule is 357 out of 365.
Solid.
I'm looking at the teams below them, and they're all bad. Like for that's for non-conference strength of schedule, I believe. The funny part is their conference ain't good either. So it's like their strength of schedule might actually be worse than that, right? That's the crazy part is like they play absolutely no one. I don't really have much else to say on the Miami of Ohio team. They got a good offense. They have a couple pretty good shooters on this team. They don't play any defense. They just happen to be a little better than every team in this conference so far. Mm-hmm. This is the funny part is if they win all the way out and then like losing the final of their conference tournament to get the automatic bid, I don't think they fucking make the tournament. I think they go 35-1 or whatever, 33-1 or whatever it is, and they don't make the tournament.
That'd be kind of sad for their fans. I don't know if they deserve it or not.
No, I'm just saying. I don't think that's like. How do you put them in? They played one team in the top 100, and that was Akron, and I like Akron, but they're not the same.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Can they go in one of those like play-in games or whatever? Right? Can we get them in there? Sneak them against another shit team? I don't know.
This is my thing. Okay, let's look at these last 4 in teams, right? Like I'll just look at this.
But wouldn't you rather just from let's say because normally the 1 seed is always going to smoke the team by 40. Wouldn't you at least rather see a team that only has 1 loss next to it? It kind of at least mentally could like, oh, maybe they got a shot. Like I feel like that's more fun for like a casual like me. Think about Vegas, right? How many guys would go who do that same bet every year of the 1 seed to beat or to get upset or whatever? They're going, oh, they've only lost once this year. It can't be that bad of a team. How many people are betting on fucking Miami of Ohio? I'm just saying, like, I feel like we got to get them in here some way. If they got some good fan representation, all that, I'm hoping they make it. But I'll default to your knowledge here.
I'm gonna give me a second. Let me look at last 4 in that they have right now. Can't even freaking find it. What the hell? I'm trying to find like just an article here. Okay, this is it. Okay, let me find the last 4 in. Holy shit! It says the Big Ten they have 10 teams in. SEC has 10 in. Jesus Christ! Damn, dude, I was not expecting that. But like, I'm looking at some of these teams that are like the lowest. They're like the like, say. Like a San Diego State will probably be like one of those last 4 in if they don't get the automatic bid. I bet you San Diego State's like -12 against Miami of Ohio.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's probably fair, and it'd probably not be a bad bet either. But I don't know. Yeah, it's more just vibes, you know. I don't have a real case here.
These dudes are all 90-year-old dudes fucking voting on what team he's going. They don't know what vibes are, bro. They don't even know what that is.
Fair. So what if they stay undefeated? Then they're making it, right?
Well, they have to. Yeah, they win the conference tournament. They beat the auto bid, probably a 15 seed.
Okay.
And then get fucking 40-pieced by the 2 seed, which is like, can you imagine? That'd be like Houston. Probably Houston. They have to play them or like play a team that's top 5 ranked team. That's like a 30-point spread, and you're undefeated. Like, it's not looking good.
I will say I just checked. So Miami of Ohio, 24 wins. 10 of them have been single-digit wins. So very close. Obviously, would cover the spread, and they've gone to overtime 3 times already.
They score a lot of points already. They score a lot of points.
You know, I mean, I don't hate the combo parlay right there.
That's pretty good.
But the spread get covered, you know, doesn't seem that bad to me. So, you know, I'll have to watch out for this one a little bit, especially if you said it'd actually be on TV too.
Yeah, this is like a pretty big game for them. Obviously, once Arizona went down at Kansas, they officially push into being the number 1, right? So they're the last one left. So it's exciting for them. Obviously, hope they get more recruits and everything there. It's just, you know, it's MAC basketball, dude. It's still MAC basketball that you're competing with, so makes it a little tough. But yeah, Thomas putting that in there, that is not a bad look. You could definitely spend worse money on something there. I definitely feel like that's a pretty good look.
Yeah, no, I mean, I got to bet something tonight. I'm glad we did the show because I'm just sitting here wasting money. Like, I have nothing to bet on. I'm buying like concert tickets and getting like text messages.
You gotta bet the United States women's hockey team, bro. Fucking win by 7, dude. 7.5 point goal spread. That's crazy.
I'll do Miami of Ohio money line comboed with like the alt spread at 4.5 or whatever.
That's probably 4.5 is probably still minus 500.
You're not wrong. Probably 5.5. You know,
you're gonna have to go to 5.5 or like first period -2, like something stupid, in that one. Or just do it to get McDavid, bro. Like I looked at it, McDavid to score like 2 points is like -130. Like that dude's so fucking good.
Who are they playing?
Canada plays today. They play at the same time as United States women. But it's just absurd, bro. Like to see minus money on 2 points for 3 different guys or 2 different guys, him and McKinnon both. Celebrini's right there too. It's like obviously I hope United States wins, but like I don't think they beat Canada, bro. That team is fucking low. They have the 3 top guys in MVP voting on their team. Like,
well, that's rough.
Isn't that pretty fucking nuts, dude? Like, Celebrini, McKinnon, and McDavid, bro. And I'm like, I have a couple buddies around here who are Blackhawks fans. They're like, Bedard got snubbed for Team Canada. I'm like, well, who the fuck are you taking off? Who are you taking off with those 3? Literally top 3 guys in MVP, probably. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. But those matches are nice because they actually put them on at our time so we can watch them. So it's cool to be able to tune in.
Solid. I mean, I just hope if we can't beat him in hockey, we'll just start fighting him again. That seemed to work last time. So, go out there and scrap, and that's what I'm rooting for. But I will not be watching these games as I do not care about hockey or, like I said to you earlier, really the Winter Olympics as a whole. But I think I've won bet on a women's bobsledding duo. So we'll see how that ends up going.
Send me that one. I'll have to look. I'll have to look at that. But
I will.
What was my other one there? I think, it was Canada and then U.S. The U.S. women are today. I also like that Akron over in that game. I think that's a great look today. Akron playing UMass. That would be like my bonus one that I would throw in as a straight bet. Both really fast teams. I really like that Akron team. I'm a big that was the team I thought would beat Miami of Ohio, but they kind of shot lights out in that game. But I think I didn't check if they play again, but I think they would beat them. I think they would beat them. They're good.
Interesting. And then do you have any opinion on my local matchup, George Mason versus George Washington? Anything in that one?
I don't have anything
I was
there.
surprised George Mason were dogs. I was like, whoa, they're not being terrible this year. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know anything about those teams. But I don't either. I don't know if I have a bet in that league all year. I don't think I've had a bet in that league. Yeah, that's fair. They're not very good, but it's my area, so I gotta They're
You gonna go watch today or what? You're going to watch? Or?
I don't know, but they pop up first in my ESPN app, so I see it. I mean, I don't really. Yeah, I don't think there's much motivation to go watch these teams play. Let's see. That's actually in DC, so it's at Washington. Yeah, I could go for $9.
$9, dude.
So
to go chirp your $500 bet, right? Go chirp them. You go $500 bet on that. Chirp these motherfuckers.
I could just go be the most annoying person at the game, like just be that guy. That's just
I need points out of you, dude. 20.
I like ditch all my friends. I'm just by myself, just yelling at people. Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, honestly, if I'm meeting up with a friend, I might have some like time. Maybe I will. Last minute, I'll be like, okay, $9, but it's not looking very likely. That seems like a little too much work. If George Mason, maybe if they were going to be in the tournament this year, or actually when the actual conference tournament happens, maybe then at least the whole fans are there and everything. But, today we'll probably just chill. Probably no need for that.
For sure. But we will be back on Monday, guys. Hopefully back with some winners, talking some winners here with you. If you guys have any other questions, comments, concerns, make sure you pop over on Twitter. Obviously, I posted on this one, so you guys can find me on Twitter there. I've got my 3 messages out to support and premium, and hopefully I get something back here soon, but we continue to grind. At least we've been winning these bets, even though we're on a different page there. So hopefully we can continue to keep it rolling. I know me and Stu's teams are going at each other here tonight, but hopefully it's a good basketball game either way. It'll be a fun game to watch. So have a good one, guys. Best of luck, and we'll catch you on Monday.